Here's coach for you.
How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Oh, all right. Let's just take a little quick look back at the. I was watching the post game, and you were talking about how shots weren't falling initially, but you go back to them a second time and they're working. Was there any sense of like, all right, we've been through this before? Because that was the narrative for most of last year.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's one of the things we talked about at halftime is, we've been here. We understand that you're an experienced group, and you just have to learn sometimes to play through things. But what we liked, what we'll talk about today in film for the quick review is we had a couple of opportunities where we ran a set for a specific thing in mind, and the set was there, the shot just didn't go, and we came right back to the set. And this time the shot dropped, and that's just where you got to get to is understand when things are open and what's the right basketball play to make. And even though sometimes it's open, it just doesn't, the shot doesn't go, but you can't give up on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. But what was what did you get the sense of the team's mentality? Like, was there any kind of frustration, or was there a comfort, like I said, because you'd already been through that last year?
No, I don't think there was frustration. I mean, I think that, I think we prepared for a tough team. We prepared for a battle. They knew, hopefully they knew going in by what film we had that, this was going to be an athletic group. And we knew Alicia Davis because we played her last year. We knew she's very talented. And, I think they just knew, and we talked about, like I said, at halftime, you just got to come out and play to who you are. We got to play like what we're capable of. And, once again, if I remember my stats right, I think I'm looking over here, I think we held them to 6 points in the third quarter, I believe. So once again, our defense came out big and actually added on to that. I think all the way till the 2:52 mark in the fourth quarter, they had only scored 8 up to that point. So we went 7, 10, 17 minutes holding a pretty explosive team to 14 points. I mean, that's to our credit, our kids' credit, that's who we are. We got to defend. That's what we have to do. We have to defend at the team level. And, I think we're always just going to have to work offensively to try to get what we can get. But, defensively, it definitely is what turned it around for us.
On that note, with the strong defense, with the 3 new freshmen coming in, like, how pleased are you with how strong the defense has remained to this point? I know it's only one game.
I think that once again, I think they have a long way to go to understand the intensity level of defensive end that you got to play, the physicality. Now it's going to be a big challenge for everybody on Saturday because we're playing a very athletic, physical team, and they're going to pound the boards on top of everything. And I mean, all five of them are going to crash the boards. And, we're just going to have to, our young kids, as well as our veterans, are going to have to adjust to that tempo and that physicality. I think that, what happens sometimes is sometimes you make a play and think it's over for that bit. And at this level, you got to learn to make 2 plays and 3 plays all back to back sometimes. And, that's just the hardest thing that they have to learn. But I really like where they're coming along at, and like I said, we put together a challenging schedule, and I think our first game right out of the bat with those guys prove it. And I think that, what people are going to see against Wichita State on Saturday, that's going to be, what we're going to see for most of the preseason. And, we just got to get better and better, both our veterans and our young kids at making those adjustments.
All right, this is the last thing I have on going backwards, and then we'll go forwards to more Wichita State stuff here. But, going to the box score, and McKinley Bradshaw, wasn't a great shooting night for her. Why do you think she struggled right out of the gate?
Don't know. I don't have that answer. If I knew that answer, I wouldn't just worry about McKinley. I'd be looking all over the country and be making millions of dollars. I mean, those are nights that happen, you know, and I don't know why, you know, and that was her night, you know. Other nights, sometimes, you know, Quinn's had those nights, Alba's had those nights. I mean, that's why I always talk about being kind of the old school mentality, is that I just really believe that sometimes, I don't care how talented you are offensively, there's just some nights or some stretches that it just don't work, and you have to be able to do several things. And one of the things you have to be able to do is help yourself as a team and individually, is be able to defend. That you control. You know, I think you really control that. And, you know, there's just some nights that, you know, I watch post players, and I watch great post players sometimes, and you go, wow, how did that ball not go in? Geez, how did that one not go in? You know, and you're talking about being right at the rim. So I just think that that's just one of those things.
Yeah, you're just saying it's kind of an anomaly. It's not something.
Yeah, I've never had the answer for that. If anybody does have the answer, you know, call me up, because I mean, obviously I think that's going to happen on and off all the time to not only her, but other players.
All right, so let's go ahead and look forward to Wichita now. I was going through the box score this morning against, what they playing, Chicago State. Yeah. Not a great shooting performance from them in that game, but they still dominated. What do you see from this team?
Very athletic, very aggressive, crashed the boards, very. I mean, all five of them, like I said earlier, they're gonna try to get as many putbacks and second shot opportunities as they can. You know, like you said, I wouldn't consider them a great shooting team, but I'm not going to say they're a poor shooting team either. I mean, you know, they have definitely, when I know her number, but number 12, the Brumod kid, she can really shoot the ball. You know, we can't lose her, and the rest, you know, inside, you know, we're going to see two Alicia Davises, you know, at the 4 and the 5, you know, kids that are just big, strong, athletic. They can jump, you know, they can score out to 17 feet. So yeah, it's going to definitely be a challenge for us.
So when you say that, like, you know, you mentioned the Alicia Davis girl a bunch, and now you're saying you're playing two of them.
Yeah.
How does that change the prep? Like, you just double up? Like, how do you go about that?
We're going to have to, without going into a lot of detail, we just have to look at what their sets are and where we have opportunities to help off some different people, and, you know, maybe make somebody else make a play is what we have to do. What I'm more concerned with after the shot goes up, you know, just due to our size and, you know, where we may be, you know, we're going to have to battle for every rebound. I mean, it's not going to be, hey, you know what, our 5 has to go get it. Our 4, we have to go from 1 through 5 on the defensive glass with these guys. Because like I said, you know, when you look at their stuff from last year, you know, their point guard was one of their leading offensive rebounders, you know, and what you look at is you go, well, they're willing to give up a little bit of transition because they think that they can make up for it in the number of, you know, points they're going to score, second chance points. And, you know, when you watch them on film, you go, wow, they really do crash the boards, and they crash from distance. That's the thing that you don't see a lot. You know, when you have people out at 17, 18 feet in the offense, they're not standing out there going, well, I don't think I have a chance at this. As soon as the ball goes up, you know, they're coming from distance to try to get that offensive rebound.
So is this like, I don't know, I don't like to simplify too much, but I mean, it's like, you know, win the rebounding war, win the game. Is that
that's going to be a big part of it. I think we have to definitely hold our own on the rebounding end. We got to get back in defensive transition because they push the ball. You know, what we're looking at, you know, we're looking at a team that, you know, we didn't see him last year, but from the year before, like San Jose State, who, you know, they push the ball at you at a great tempo. You know, New Mexico, those kinds of teams that like to push the ball at you. And then, you know, they've got people that you got to be concerned about, because like I said, if you over rotate, you know, because you don't get back and get set defensively, then, you know, like I said, the next thing that's going to be happening is they got a couple of solid shooters that you can they can draw and kick to. I mean, they're a balanced team, and when you look down the roster, what I see is I see senior. I think all 5 are seniors. That's a lot of experience right there, and they've been just like some of our kids. They've been through the battles, they've been through the wars, and they're gonna definitely be ready to go, I think, on Saturday.
Last thing I have for you, Coach, is just, what do you want to see growth-wise for your team between game 1 and game 2?
Well, I just, we talk about just trying to get just a little bit better. I thought last game we shot well from the free throw line, which we hadn't from the first 2 exhibitions. I thought we did a little bit. I'm gonna say we held our own on the defensive rebounding end, so which was definitely good. We cut our turnovers down. What I'd like to see in this game is I'd like to see us execute. Especially, you already mentioned it, with some of the kids that don't have as much experience coming in. I want to see us be able to handle ourselves on the boards. I want to be able to see us be able to get through with this pressure with maybe 10 or less turnovers, trying to keep right into there. And I want us to be able to hit open shots when we have those opportunities. We need to be up in that, get our feet set and be up in that mid 30 or upper 30% range from the 3-point line this game. And that's, those are the things I'd like to see us be able to do.